Hey guys, welcome to BitBoy Crypto. I am your host, BitBoy. Today, we are going to be talking about Dmitry Love's appearance last night on Shark Tank on behalf of his company, Bundil, which is a mobile app that you can do micro investments into cryptocurrency. Right now, just Bitcoin, Litecoin, and Ethereum. But we're going to talk about that here in a minute. But first, I want to address something. So yesterday, I made a meme, and I had it on Twitter, Instagram, and also on the channel of a bird falling out of the sky, and I compared it to Ethereum. Guys, I would have never made that video or that meme if the bird would have died. The bird does not die. Here is some proof. I'll put some proof on the screen. Here it is. The bird lands at the bottom, and here the parents swoop in to take care of it, just like you guys swooping in to take care of your altcoins. As you guys can see, the bird is perfectly fine. I'm not that sick and twisted. I guess I maybe should have included that part in the end of the meme so people knew that the bird did survive. I'm not a super sicko. Apparently, that's just a normal thing that birds do. But anyways, all right, guys, if you're not a subscriber to our channel and you don't like brutal bird death videos, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications. If you do, you're going to be a part of the Bit Squad. And as a Bit Squad member, you have the chance to win $500 in Ethereum and merch this month, or for this month and next month. All you got to do, like and comment on this video and every other video in October and November to get your maximum number of entries. Winner will be picked on or winners will be picked on December 1st or December 2nd. So, okay, guys, let's get into what happened last night. So, last night, Dmitry Love from Bundil appeared on Shark Tank. It was very interesting. And one thing about the appearance was they almost fudded him a little bit. Because as he was giving his presentation, he kind of slipped around a little bit, hesitated. You could tell he kind of forgot exactly what he had prepared. And I feel like that kind of lines up with what people think about cryptocurrency already. It's hard to explain. It's over people's head and things like that. And so by him kind of stumbling over his words a little bit, I felt like that really kind of drove that home a little more, which I was really upset about, because I'm sure other people doing presentations on the show slip up and they edit it, but for this one they kept it in. I thought that was pretty interesting. But so he appeared on the show. There were 5 sharks. Guest shark for the night was Matt Higgins. He helped rebuild the 9/11 Trade Center, or the Trade Center from 9/11. He did some work with the New York Giants, I believe also the Miami Dolphins, and things like that. Started a venture capital firm. And so he was the guest shark. Now, what I really want to do, I'll go ahead and here's the spoiler. Ultimately, Kevin O'Leary, your favorite shark, I know he's bullish on cryptocurrency from some other things I've heard about him. He ends up making a deal with Dmitry. And that deal was for 50% of his company for $100,000, which isn't a lot of investment. But he did say if it is successful and we're able to make this happen through marketing and viral marketing, then at that point, he would continue to put more money in. So basically, he just, for $100,000, bought himself a partnership into this company. And I think it's really good. I've been looking at Dmitry's social accounts. They're not very high. His personal and Bundil do not have, even after it was on last night, still doesn't have that much momentum behind it. I asked him to come on the show. We'll see what he says. But, you know, it's something that in the crypto community, hopefully maybe we could get behind. There was a little bit of, you know, he did get some exposure last night for this app, and cryptocurrency in turn got exposure. But here's the really interesting thing. So the other 4 sharks all said no to the deal. And I want to break down what each one of them said and why. Number one, how each of them pretty much have the common viewpoint on cryptocurrency that I believe most institutional investors or whales or people from the stock market have. And then number 2, I want to break down how they actually never said anything negative about cryptocurrency and its long-term potential. So first, let's watch Lori. She was the first one to bow out.
For some people, they think cryptocurrency is just the wave or going to be the wave. Yeah. For me, I'm not so sure. I'm still on the crypto fence, so I'm out.
Okay, guys. So Lori, by far, Lori Grenier of Home Shopping Network fame, or one of those channels, and she was the first one to bow out. And what did she say? She said, I think a lot of people think this is the next wave, but I'm not sure. She said, I'm still on the crypto fence. Later on, she would actually tweet that, and crypto Twitter jumped all over it. So it wasn't negative. She was basically saying, and if you've watched the show before, the sharks are opinionated. If they don't like something, they say they don't like it. You got this multi-million-dollar, home shopping network mogul, I guess would be the best way to say it, advertising mogul, saying that she's not sure. She hasn't made up her mind yet, which is really, really cool. So I think that there's still an opportunity for us to convince her, or for cryptocurrency on its own merits, to convince her that she has to move in. And you have to keep this in mind about all of these sharks, which is they already have a ton of money. They're not trying to speculate into something where they could lose. As we know, the volatility of cryptocurrency makes it risky. That's why we love it, because we could get 10x or 100x. You can't do that with the stock market, but with the stock market, you also can expect 50% loss in one day. So I think that's a very common viewpoint that people have, which is just not sure, I'm sitting on the fence. So next, let's check out Mark Cuban and what Mark Cuban had to say.
Challenge here is I'm an investor in a company called ChangeEd, which is comparable in a lot of ways. So definitely, for those reasons, I'm out.
Okay, what you guys may not have been able to pick up in his statement there, because he didn't say, is that the Dallas Mavericks have been very bullish on cryptocurrency, actually accepting cryptocurrency for payment for season tickets. And I believe I think it's a partnership, don't quote me on that. They have a relationship also with the cryptocurrency Cyber Miles. So Mark Cuban's already in crypto. And I wish he would have said that, or that someone else would have pointed that out in the show for people to know. So he's already in, guys. So we got shark number 2 already involved in cryptocurrency. But of course, his reason for bowing out was pretty simple. It had nothing to do with the overall scheme of what he was doing. It's because, guess what? He's backing something comparable. So because of that, that tells you right there, he believes in what Dimitri is doing, or at least in a larger scope, but he just already is involved somewhere. So let's check out shark number 3, Damon.
I think the digital currency space is here to stay, but it's still just the wild, wild west.
Now, you can tell by listening to him that he really understands what cryptocurrency is and where it is going, because he says, I believe cryptocurrency is here to stay, but it's too early. Right now, it's the wild, wild west of crypto. And my wife, when we were watching this, we actually watched this today. It just happened to randomly have been on the TV. We clicked it on, we watched it, and my wife said, oh my gosh, you say that and your crypto people say that all the time. It's the wild old west. I was like, yeah, it is. Because the regulation is not here yet. The SEC and the CFTC can't even figure out what they think cryptocurrency is. So because of those reasons, it is very similar to what the Wild Wild West was. And of course, we have to see where this is going to go in the future. But he said something that was really cool. He said, it's a little too early for me. And Matt Higgins would basically knock home that same sentiment.
And it's just too early. It's not investable in my opinion. And for that reason, I'm out.
So as you guys can see, even Matt in his statement, he says he just believes it's too early. So Damon and Matt, I believe, really represent the common viewpoint of whales in the stock market with how they see crypto. They see it as worthwhile, but they believe it's just not there yet. They want to wait until there's less volatility when they can kind of almost guarantee returns on their investment. And of course, we all believe that it's obviously a guarantee on their investment, but they're afraid of something like, something getting called, something being deemed not a security or a security, and what that might mean for all of the cryptos. Or what happens if Bitcoin, there was some story going about how it had some bug that almost brought it down. They're waiting until all of that is passed, and it's a sure thing, and that's when they're getting in. But that's why we're obsessed with crypto, because we're in it before it's a guaranteed thing, but we do feel like it is. So I think overall, it was a very interesting episode. Like I mentioned in the beginning, he does do the deal with Kevin O'Leary for 50% of his company. It was quite a big cut that he gave him, but basically they're partners. And who wouldn't want to be partners with Kevin O'Leary, multi-millionaire, who knows, almost billionaire, maybe billionaire, not really sure. But that guy, he really knows what he's doing, I believe, or he wouldn't be so rich. So I think overall, it was a good night for crypto to get some exposure. There were some things done kind of in the editing that I didn't necessarily like. I believe it was a great night for Dimitri. Would love to have him on the show sometime to talk about that experience, because it definitely seemed like it was really cool. We'll see if that happens or not. So, all right, guys, that was it. I just wanted to show you guys what each of the sharks had to say about crypto. And I hope you guys can take from this that the institutional money, a lot of it, the bigger money, the whales, they're sitting on the sideline right now waiting for the regulation to come forth. So I don't know, does that mean we're going to have a longer bear market? Hopefully not. But if you're in it for the long haul like I am, then those are things that you want to hear, that at least those people are interested in getting in, and they believe that down the road, there probably will be opportunities. So everybody, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, comment, the whole 9 yards. We'll talk to you later. BitBoy out.